Check. Hey guys, welcome back. Hi Katie, hi Parul, hi Mankind, Devil Particle, Supreet. Hi Sabi Singh. Right, we'll wait for another 30 seconds and then we'll start this off. Guys, welcome to Rock and Talk episode 11. So I'm really glad that 10 episodes have already gone by and it's really cool. Dogs and Roses, hello. So tonight we have a guest whose name is Supreet Mankad, Devil Particle, a very old friend of mine. If you guys remember episode 1, featuring Sudarshan Mankad. So he's the elder brother of Sudarshan Mankad, Supreet Mankad. Old friend. I know him since 2013 from the garage jam days, August Rush, and all those era. Killer guitar player. Right, so we'll talk to him in a while. Hi Pandey Puja, Karmic Steps, hello. Alright, thanks for joining guys. So let's kick this off. Brother, let's go. Hey bro,
Hey, how's it going, man?
all good brother, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I mean, just had dinner and had to go on a
Okay,
quick run to pick
cool.
up water. So apart from that, everything's pretty much the same. How are you doing? Thanks for having me on the show, man. I mean, it's like we've known each other for almost 8-9 years now, and
Yes,
it's a nice way to have you host the show where we know the host so well. It's fun.
yeah. Yeah, welcome bro. Cool. It just makes me feel glad, to have you here as well.
Is the mic volume okay, or do you want me to increase it any bit?
Yeah, if you could increase it slightly, yes. Hi
How about
Hendrix and
now?
hi Arun. Perfect.
All right, awesome. So yeah, thank you for having me on here, man. Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers, bro. Cheers, bro. Killer. So, man, like it's been a while. Whenever I meet you, it's always like somewhere in the gig or somewhere. Last time we met in Vapor, I guess it was Bangalore Open Air, Battle of the Bands,
Yeah.
Indranagar.
Yeah.
Yeah, where Godless won the whole competition. Yes, the whole
I think
battle.
that was even. I mean, for that also it's been like 2-3 years, I guess.
Yes, back in 2018 or 17.
Yeah, about
18, I
17,
guess.
17, 18, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like used the mic stand as a makeshift camera stand, so I'll have to like pitch a bit to the right to speak on the mic. So don't mind
Cool.
that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, brother. So, hi, Crimson Tits. Um,
All right,
yeah. Sanpal,
you fixed it.
Sanpai, sorry. Anirudh, Aditya, Sunil, Satyu. Right, cool. Brother, let's go ahead and jam a little bit and then we'll kick off this.
Yes, that sounds awesome.
Cool.
Let's just check the guitar volumes. Like just give me a feedback on that. All right. Loud and clear.
Loud and clear, yes.
Awesome, awesome.
See if you can hear me.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's perfect. That was good. I played the lick in between, and you played the intro bit of it.
Yeah.
Arpeggios from hell.
Arpeggios from hell. Here we go.
So you want to talk a bit, and then we'll lick off a bit more.
One more. We would want to
Yeah,
hear
okay.
one more from you.
Okay, okay.
Killer legs, killer stuff, killer person in front of me. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Cool stuff.
still not warmed up, playing like a pile of
Yeah,
shit.
I actually I actually took a nap and just got up and I thought, oh man, it's already 10 or what. So
Yeah.
thanks, you called up just in case. I mean, you called up to say I'm all
Yeah,
set.
yeah.
Cool, bro.
I was wondering the same. Like, I mean, why is he not answering? It's like 15, 20 minutes before the thing.
Cool, bro. All right, let's talk a little bit. Let's go back and could you share us a little bit about your story and how you got into this, bro?
Uh, Basically, it all started with having good internet connection at home. So, so you have access to a bit more of media, and this happened in about 2002, 3ish, when me and my brother, we got into metal a bit. I mean, basically rock and roll initially, and as as the you know as you start recognizing your kind of people in a group, you start exchanging music, because that's how we used to do it back in the day. Literally give a blank
Right.
CD, get something burnt onto it, or give them the blank DVD, get more music on it. So doing that,
Right.
we got quite a bit of music with us, and that led us to bands like you know Iron Maiden and Metallica, like straight up. And
Yes.
and when you hear these two sort of bands, you sort of you want some more in that genre. You want some more. This is a fun genre which you have never experienced, and
Yes.
that led to other bands. And about in 2005, I joined engineering, so there the circle grew bigger. So you got much more music, and you get to meet much other people who even play instruments, so musical instruments.
Yes.
So you start sharing music, you start sharing experiences. I mean, and I have pretty much noticed that if you're like a year and a half old, like with guitar, you're doing like fairly regular amount of practice, then you should sort of try and get into a band, because that'll like push you to one, be in tempo and get the idea about tempo, and the second bit, you grow with your people. So it's a fun growth to I mean, it's a faster way of learning, because the situation demands, so you end up playing. So that way, made a college band and tried to do a few things that failed miserably. And basically after that, just waited for the engineering to get over. About in 2007, started playing a bit, then stopped playing because of engineering. Then graduated from engineering and started playing pretty much in 2009, like post 2009, fairly
Right.
regularly, you could say. Started playing it pretty regularly, and in 2010 we met up with this friend of mine called Kiran Singh. He used to play for Abandoned Agony as a rhythm guitarist. So we met up, and we used to live like nearby to each other. So we were like, yeah, we were like 20 minutes apart. So we would meet for the odd drink or so, and we figured we'll start a thrash metal band. And then we started a band called Thrash, and we played quite a bit of
Yes.
quite a bit of stuff here and there, and that's how I got into this whole stream of the scene.
Right. I mean, both of you guys, I mean, you and your brother Sudarshan is like crazily phenomenal guitar players. Both of you guys. I mean, I can connect how you guys would have shared things together and learned things together.
Yeah, the first guitar we bought was a Gibson Blue Diamond. So that retailed, I think, back then for about 2,300 rupees or 2,700 rupees. All right, and we bought
Yeah.
a Stranger amp, a 20-watt cube, holy Stranger. We bought that for about 2,500, and I got a Zoom 505, which was like the most expensive of the deal. It was a 3K or something. So got these things like straight up. We had this. I mean, we are still friends, very good friends with this dude called Akshay. So Akshay used to play for Cryptos between 2003 and 5 or 6. He was in Cryptos. He played lead guitars for Cryptos. And
Okay.
he was in my college, luckily. So, and he was my senior. So I approached him one day, and I'm like, I want to become a guitarist. What do I do? So he gave the most simplest, approach to it. He's like, if you can play a bit of basics, like here and there, learn to read the tabs, and you know how beat works, then you should select 10 songs of 10 different genres and learn them. Like take a year, take 2 years, take 3 years, but learn all 10 genres. So this thing stuck with us, and we, like I went back home, told my brother, we were like pretty excited, and we sort of picked like 8 Metallica songs and 2 Iron Maiden songs. So it was not like 10 songs from 10 different genres, but that pretty much got the job done. Like it pushed us into the stream, and from there, it's a snowball effect. From there, you just keep falling, and you try and accumulate a lot of knowledge as you go, because of the terrific people you meet and the kind of uh, live gigs we have, the amount of exposure we get. That way, you get to meet a lot of people, and you get to know a lot of different perspectives and everyone's struggle. So that has been really good.
Right. Cool. So it was guitars always the first love, is it?
Yeah, back in sixth standard as well. Like my neighbor had an acoustic guitar, so I was like, "Wow, need that." And parents are like They were pretty conservative. Nowadays, they are all right, and I mean they were pretty orthodox as well. So they were not into the idea back then. They were like, "Study, get good marks. That's all we need." And so that didn't happen in sixth standard. So then had to wait till about engineering to get into this thing. And that's it.
Right. I remember.
That's been it.
Yeah.
And there's been quite a bit of drumming because we had a kit around for a long time. So basically, it's guitar.
Yes. Back in the time when I was in the fourth standard, I actually went for. I was in the hostel in the school, and we used to go for music classes. And I went for guitar classes just for a week, and my fingers used to pain, so I quit. And then after 10th again. Yeah, I mean, certain stories are like that. Yeah. Cool,
Yeah, I mean,
so
if you had stuck around since fourth standard, then right now you're like ballistic. Then you would be something else. Should have. But it happens. We all get a second chance, and we kick ass from there.
Yes. Yeah. Let's talk about your guitars, bro. So which were the first guitars that you had, and which guitars you have right now?
See, as I said, I started with the Gibson Blue Diamond. It was a pretty good guitar, I mean, contrary to the popular belief that Gibsons suck, and the basic outlook of it is not fun. But we had fun with it. It sounded great. There was nothing bad with the guitar. The fretboard was good, and we just got a Metallica decal done for that, and that was it. And after that, got a guitar made by Bobby. He lives in Bangalore. He's a luthier, so got a guitar made by him. Kept it for a few months. Then I gave it away because the whole Nevermore situation happened in about 2009-10. So I got this guitar made in 9, had it about for 4 months, and then as Nevermore became too much, you start realizing that I need a 7-string guitar to play these riffs.
Yeah.
So then I quickly called Bobby. I'm like, dude, you need to make a 7-string guitar. And I got the parts of the guitar from the US. I got the EMG 707 and the fret wires and the tuners and the Floyd Rose, and got the fretboard dimensions for this limited edition Randy Rhoads signature they had. So gave the dimensions to Bobby, and he did a good job with it. He made a pretty good guitar. He made a very good guitar, and it was 7-string, had a maple fingerboard and maple neck and a maple body. So it was a good guitar. Sounded me quite well. Still here, it's right behind me.
Yeah, could you bring the guitar a little in front of us?
Yeah, hang on.
It's been a while. I haven't seen that guitar as well.
That's right. Put the seat upwards. Yeah. So this is it. It's as I said, it's a Randy Rhoads thing, and I have the knobs off because having the knobs on, you slap it and the volume goes down. So without the knobs, it's easier. The volume stays right there, and it has maple, fingerboard. It's 27 fretted. I mean, like I rarely go towards the 27 fret, but when you're when you're doodling on it, it's fun, you know, to hit the high notes for the random wankery. You can do that, and it has a
Right.
reverse headstock, and there you see Edge, his guitar company, Bobby's, that's there, and
Cool.
has a Floyd Rose on it. And
Right.
Floyd Rose are fun. I don't know, people hate them, like unanimously they hate them. But it's good. It's great fun to have the whammy bar and go below the note, or, you know, above the note. It's fun. So this is one of my the guitars which has taken the most beating. Like I've toured everywhere with this guitar and played pretty much. I mean, this has just been the one guitar I've used with Human Broth or Thrash,
Yes.
and I love it. You know, like you have played it long back, I guess, but I don't know if you remember. But I
Yes.
really love the fretboard on this. You know, he did a terrific job with the C-shaped fretboard. So back in '9, I got this uniform with neck on this. It was not a standard thing with guitar makers then. All the big guys, but I had come across in some dude's customized guitar. I'm not really sure who it was in 2009, and I just stuck to it, and it's been great. You know, it's a lovely guitar.
Yes, it is. I remember playing this guitar back in 2013 once when you guys were jamming in the garage jam
Yeah.
basement. Yeah, and I felt really very uncomfortable in the beginning because it was big. It was at 7 strings, and when I see down there are like more than 24 frets.
Yeah,
What is this?
your whole right hand goes into a confused state. Like, dude, which string am I picking? Is it the fifth string or the sixth string?
Right, right. Cool
But
stuff, bro. It's a
but you
beast,
get
man.
used to it.
It's
I
pretty
mean, it's
cool.
been fun. Like, I mean, you can chug a lot of low riffs, and you know, some like all the Nevermore riffs are very cool to play. So
Awesome.
it's just fun, and it sort of stuck with us. So after this, we got I mean, like, you know, we picked up the Rusty Cooley signature, which Sudarshan often plays, the cherry red one.
Yes.
It's not cherry red as
Dean,
much
yes.
as maroon, I guess. I'm not sure. And
Right.
that one has maple fingerboard too, because I mean, we loved how maple felt on the board. It was beautiful. So we just stuck to maple on that, and that we got for a very good deal. So Manu, who plays for Nihilus, he was in the US when we got a deal on that, and it was
Right.
I think it was the Black Friday sale or something, and we got it pretty much at 50% off. So we went online to pick up some motorcycle parts, but we ended up buying the guitar, you know. So that happened, and post that there have been few other guitars which have been like in our lives, in and out. Then we got the ESP, I mean the LTD ones. We got the James Hetfield signature and the Kirk Hammett one, because I mean Sudarshan was in Korea and things are manufactured there. So you know, we figured that, and he did a bit of hunting to find these models, and they were there and they were at a great price, so we couldn't pass the chance of owning them, and we picked up both of them. And
Right.
apart from that, I have the Schecter Damien 7, I think that is.
Okay.
That I just picked up about a year and a half ago. A friend of mine was selling it, so it was a good price, so I just picked it up for that reason. So that's pretty much. I mean, we have the bass guitar, and it's. I mean, I don't play it much, though it's with me all the time. It's
Yes.
J&D Brothers. It has a 5-string setup, and it's fretless, and that's a pretty cool bass too. You know, very nice meaty tones on that.
Cool. Could you show us how the fret looks after the 24 fret to the viewers here for this particular guitar? Yeah, there we go. Cool stuff. Right. Awesome. Killer. Hi Kumar. Hi Sasank. Hi.
Hey guys.
Hi Nikhil. Hey, what's up? DPM. Hello. Hi Sam.
The screen gets cropped. Full mode.
He says he can't watch the live. He says maybe you can tell him somehow. He says he can't see.
We have Crimson Tits with a comment.
I love that username, Crimson Tits. I've had many laughs because of that.
There's something about it. Right. Mr. Hendrickson is asking Judas Priest or Maiden. He asks this question all the time.
Hey man, that's a very difficult question. You can't. I mean, these
Of
see
course.
these classify
I,
as they're all like when someone asks what's your top three, you'll tell one A Metallica, one B Iron Maiden, one C. So in the first place itself, I mean, the first place pretty much you have like 20 or 30 names. So I don't know. I mean that I can't choose, but consistency, yeah, Iron Maiden, and yeah, that's the only factor where Iron Maiden might win among them if you are very technical about it. But I can't
yes.
choose a
Cool.
fan. What do
You
you
know,
think?
I started with Maiden in the beginning. It was the album called Killers back in
Yeah,
Arunachal. Yeah, I found that CD. There was this MP3 collection of like 50 songs. Every band like Kiss, there was Tesla, there was Brand Adams, and in the
oh
end there was Maiden Killers. So when I heard Killers, it was like, man, this is different than all the other albums I've.
all the
And
other
it
albums
all
are the
started with
compilation.
killer guitar stuff. Yeah, it just kicked, man. It just moves you, right?
Yeah,
Then later I
totally.
discovered Judas Priest later on.
Yeah, I mean, Priest is mental in like many aspects. Okay, and I mean, I definitely love them. I definitely love Maiden, so I can't choose. Like, I can't pick. Like, being very honest, technically, yeah, you can give it to Maiden because of the consistency with the production of. I mean, with the output of the albums.
Right, Mr. Hendrickson always does this to everyone. So he puts us in that little skeptical point of place.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it was a good question though.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's talk about your projects. I saw you guys back in 2013 when you were in Trash, and we did a gig together. Arvind Magma used to host it,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, the guy
and
has been
then
obsolete for quite a long time now.
yes, and then Human Broth. Let's talk about these, bro.
So Human Broth right now, I mean, we've been pretty much at the same place from quite some time. Like, I mean, we have written lots of riffs in a riff bank, but we haven't reached a point where we can, like, where we have actually sat down and arranged them. We have done quite a bit, but you know, it's it's not that satisfactory to us yet. So we're just in the process of that. Meanwhile, we're just trying to like Sudarshan had his couple of records which he wanted to put out with Model Collapse and his solo project. So probably after that we'll have enough energy to dedicate towards this, and work sort of gets in the way. I started doing I started doing something on my own, and when it finally did kick off, there was like a lot of work which came our way. So you had to sort of choose at that point, saying that okay, let's make a bit of money so we can do this properly. So I mean, it sounds quite a lot weird, but but you need money, to do a good production. So I don't know. I mean, we just figured it that way, and that's the path we've chosen. So this
Right.
year we're trying to put this record out positively with Human Broth because this is a good year with you have a lot of time to actually get things done, like
Yes.
practice wise, but social life
Yes.
and otherwise it's the worst condition to be in. uh,
Right.
so it's just been a hustle with work and with Human Broth. So I mean, we both are working on a single which we want to release like pretty soon. Like a death metal single we want to put out. We're thinking declutter our brains with the riffs which are in the head. I don't know, some sort of situation where we can just put out some material and let there be a track sort of a thing. So we are effectively working on that right now for the past couple of weeks. So that positively will be out in another 4 weeks time. So we just figuring out the situation with drums. What do we do with drums? And
Right.
once we figure that out, we start arranging the material we have for that, and hopefully that should get decent attention from the people.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, I'm definitely waiting for Human Broth.
from the death
And
metal fans, the boys.
cool. Yeah. Awesome, bro. Yeah. So we had Hassan talking about something. Missing Garage Jam days playing alongside Trash was super fun. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Um,
Yeah, it was a low key party every Friday, every Friday evening. You can't go wrong.
Anyone could come in, yeah.
Yeah, you could just hang by, go to the back alley, smoke a bit, come back. It worked out. It was all right. It was
Yeah.
great. We met so many people who, I mean, it was like I would definitely say it was the Freedom Jam set up for, like, the newer population, because uh, many of you guys, like, you were not in Bangalore when the Freedom Jam used to happen as a regular event, and this sort of took its place. It became a regular event, and like more regularly compared to Freedom Jam, but it got pretty much the same identity. Like, I mean, saying this is a place where you could every weekend end up, and you listen to some good music, make some friends in the who have the same, choice in the genre of music or whatever. You could generally meet people in the same domain, and it was great. I don't know what happened. Probably the monetary terms didn't work out, but it was a great setup.
Yeah. I mean, the fans didn't have to pay for anything. We didn't get
Nothing.
paid for nothing.
You
It
could
was
literally
all,
roll inside.
yeah, it was all
The
raw
gradient
power
was so
there.
much, you'd basically roll inside.
Cool. I'm going to show you something from the Garage Jam days. Hope you
Okay.
remember this picture.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I know which picture you're going to show. I have a fair idea. I was just going through the album today, and oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. So,
Oh, this was a fun night, man.
yeah, this was like our drummer, Kerry, Annie, the bassist. This is me, Sudarshan, you, Sean, Ashwini, and Rahul, the vocalist. This was killer
Yeah.
pick, man. It says Garage Jam right here, official.
That's awesome, man. That's a brilliant picture.
It's been a while now.
Yeah.
Killer stuff. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
So,
pity the young ones, they don't have such setup, but I don't know, the young metal bands are not that much as well. So they're like good, decent amount Bangalore based, but not a lot. There hasn't been an explosion in that industry for some time now.
yeah, I think for some reason on that night, Sudarshan was on bass and there was some problem with the strap. So the entire show, he sat on his knee and played the entire show, headbanging all the way.
I think the bass, one of the bass hooks came off the guitar, and literally we didn't have the time or all the tools to fix it. So we just continued to play the same way.
It was kick-ass. And you guys played Demolition Hammer twice, and I remember
Oh,
you
yeah.
getting a tattoo of Demolition Hammer. One of those
I
nights.
have one. I mean, it's still incomplete, but I do have one tattoo of Demolition Hammer. This was long back.
Killer.
I think 13 or 12.
13, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, 13.
We had bands like Abaddon used to join us back in the time.
Yeah.
I remember.
Demolition Hammer has simply been a great, very big influence. And I remember when we used to play this, we wouldn't get much feedback from the crowd saying that, oh, Demolition Hammer. They'd be like, what is happening? And that picked up. Later, a lot of people got into it, and that's good, because that when if you're into thrash metal, you have to listen to Demolition Hammer. It just makes you
Yes, definitely.
Oh, it's just a new plateau of rich thrash metal music, and
Yes.
it was fun. I mean, we used to play Blowtorch from the album Time Bomb. Oh, that was a very good track. We loved playing that.
Yes. How did you feel when, personally, you've been inspired by Demolition Hammer so much. How did you feel when they reunited back in 2017 or 18, I guess?
I did speak to Derek back in, I think, 13 or 14. I mean, we had a chat on the Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and generally speaking, he mentioned that, for the next couple of years, at least, the reunion isn't going to happen. I'm glad that you love the music and you're so much into
Yes.
us. But post 2 years, let's see. So pretty much, 4 years after that, 2018-ish or 2019, they reunited. I'm not really sure about the dates, and that was bloody brilliant, because when you go back and now you see the live videos which are there, it doesn't seem like they had stopped. They just picked up where they left.
Yes.
It
Right.
was terrific, and the guys are middle aged now, and they're kicking ass properly. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that band. Oh, I think just the first two albums are more than enough for you to actually trip on them for like good 2-3 years, like to totally get into it, to understand every element of it. They've been a brilliant band.
Right. Yeah. As Anne says, not to forget the Whiplash cover you guys used to do.
Yes.
I remember that.
Those
Yes.
those two are the covers we used to do back then.
Cool. Awesome. So let's talk about your guitar that you have right now. Which is this guitar that you have? Could you show us that guitar?
This one is the Schecter. This is the
Okay.
Schecter Damien 7FR,
Awesome.
and it has a Floyd Rose, and it has stock
Nice.
passive EMG HZ pickups which come stock on the guitar. It has those, and yeah, it's a pretty good guitar for the price. Here it retailed for, I think, 39,000 when it was launched here, and I picked it up for 16,000 with a gator case, so it's a win-win either way. And it is a terrific guitar, so it's fun.
Okay.
Just it keeps losing the tuning a bit because I keep the lock nuts. I kept him open. I don't know. I couldn't find the Allen key, so the lock nuts are open. And apart from that, it's just a brilliant guitar. Doesn't it doesn't lose its action. The action stays where you leave it at, pretty much. And I set up my own guitars most of the times, and that's sort of I know if they would go out of shape and they become something else. So all of these guitars, they maintain their action and the tuning mostly if you keep them locked. But yeah,
Yes.
it's a brilliant guitar. It's a nice guitar, and I got a gator case. So
It's
that's
nice
all.
to have a Floyd Rose and have a brilliant tuning stability, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like floating bridge for that matter, any kind of
this
floating
does
bridge.
have you can wank around for quite a bit on the guitar, but if you do stuff, if you do the things which you do, if you go behind the things that Dimebag has preached, then it becomes difficult. It won't hold up there.
Right.
Probably might
Okay.
bow, I don't know.
Cool. We have Hoitan talking about if you could play something from Human Broth. Could you play us a couple of your favorite licks or anything like that from Human Broth, maybe?
Yeah, from him, because we can't really jam much because
Yes.
the thing starts clipping. So I'll play how much ever is possible.
Sure.
This is the intro riff of Thrash Attack, and this is the first song we ever wrote as a band. So I thought I'll just slip that in, and that's about it. We've been writing quite a few bit of other material, so I'll just play a couple of riffs from the newer material. So I don't know. Just check that out.
Okay. Intense.
Yeah, so
Loved it.
that is the intro riff from one of the tracks we are trying to write from some time. So
Killer, bro. Our friends are saying here if you could go back a little bit, they cannot see your guitar. I mean, I don't know. If you go back, I mean, the microphone, will that
yeah,
be
I
a
mean
problem?
because I don't know. I just tried. I think when we checked it, it was all right. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That's fine. I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That looks good.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. You have another one in mind?
I was just thinking. Yeah, that was a bit
Hell yeah.
from Random Act of Aggression.
Yes. Cool. Awesome. Sounded great, bro. It just wish it was a little more clear, but could make out. Could make out. Yeah. So let's talk. So we talked about your guitars. Let's talk about your gears down there. What do you have on the floor down there?
On the floor, nothing actually. I mean,
Okay.
I'm running it through my PC, on which I have Reaper open with Amplitude as the VST.
Okay. Right.
So on Amplitude, I'm pretty much using Angle Fireball twin cabs. The twin tone setup. I'm using that, and
Okay.
for lead guitars, like right now I'm on a lead patch, so reaching and changing the patch is a bit of work. So I just riffed on
Yes.
them, and I'm sorry about the delay on the riff patch. But, so yeah, when I'm playing leads right now, Mark 4 is what I'm running.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's about it. So when we play live, we have the setup with an iPad, wherein we put the iPad on the Focusrite iDock. It's basically a sound card which has a iPad connection, an iPad plug or whatever. So yeah, the lightning thing. So you can hook up the iPad to that, and it's pretty stable, pretty sturdy on it. And the iPad behaves as the processing unit of it, and the Focusrite unit behaves as the sound card bit of it, or the DI and the sound card bit of it. So we use that live, and pretty much we run Amplitude or bias effects on that.
Right.
I mean, this is the maximum amount of good tone you could get on Instagram Live. So
Yes. Yes. This is the problem. Yes.
they
I don't
still
know.
have to catch up to that tech. I'm surprised that they haven't done it yet.
Yeah. When we go live alone, it's fine. But when we bring in a guest,
I think
it's
they've made it more of a broadcasting thing rather than a talk show kind of setup. So when you
yeah, for
broadcast, it's all
musicians.
perfect. But if you
Yes,
have
it's
guests
good to
joining
talk,
in,
but
it goes mental. It can't. WhatsApp is worse. If you do the same setup on WhatsApp and you try to make a call, 70% gets clipped. So this is still better. So that's fun.
right,
Figuring
cool.
out the circuit
Okay,
was a
one.
big headache, man.
Yeah, the whole setup thing, right?
Yeah, thankfully we have the iRig, so it works out a bit easily.
Yes. And I mean, I'm using an iRig and you're using an iRig too, so we don't have a
Yeah.
delay issue or anything like that. I'm
Yeah,
stuck
no
with my setup
latency.
here, or else no latency,
Yeah.
or else I would
I'm
have to
using
take
that
off this.
with the 8-channel Behringer mixer. So I'm sending all the inputs in and getting the output into the phone. So
Right.
that's about it.
Mr. Hendrickson says Satriani. Why? Well, brother, both. Okay, bro.
I'm a bit inclined towards Satriani, a bit.
Yes.
Not like you can't differentiate much, but yeah, Satriani, I've been influenced a bit by him. Steve I, Earlier days I used to, but these days I don't go around trying to listen. It's just gone out of the playlist for some reason. I have to like revisit those records.
Right, right. Yeah, let's talk about your inspiration, like guitar players you've been listening to, you got inspired from, certain kind of albums or any kind of artists.
Yeah. So guitarists, I have a few guitarists who have influenced me majorly to pick up the instrument and to try and become a guitarist. So I mean, without saying, pretty much everyone has James Hetfield in the top three. So one of the inspirations. So
Yes.
Hetfield has been the biggest inspiration and influence about the whole genre and trying to pick up an instrument. I mean, basically guitar. Apart from that, I would say Decapitated's Wog and Mohammed Shumez from Necrophages, and I think Peter from Theory and Practice. Apart from that, there are players like Malmsteen, like. Oh, I'm so lost for artists. There have been artists like Malmsteen and Nick Johnston and several people coming in and out. And the parts, the riffs, the songs which I like, I try and learn them. There's been Becker's phase, there's been Satriani's phase, there has been Greg Howe's phase. So, these will be my top four ever. Like and yeah, Chuck Schuldiner, my
Yes.
biggest influence towards thrash metal and death metal. The whole approach to death metal has been more inspired from Chuck Schuldiner. So these artists I'm heavily influenced by. And I try to sort of low key replicate that without being very obvious. So yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Let's talk about your mindset on stage, because I've seen you go mad on stage back in the times. What drives it?
It's nothing we rehearse or we talk about. We just most of the times, like all of the times, even the first gig when we played, my band was not aware. I said I will do the vocals, but none of them had heard me before that gig. No one had heard me, even my bandmates, that I would sound good or bad or whatever. So we just went on stage, and it just happens when you're in the zone. It happens, and post that, when we started getting a bit of reception and people actually started digging it, and then you have to go all in. You have to go more than 100%, so that the guys who come up to you and say that, oh, that was brilliant, it's a nice thank you for them, that you are putting in more energy and more passion into it. So you give them much more to look forward to. So that was one thing, and second thing was you have to be, I don't know, you have to be a bit loud when you're up there. So just be a bit insane, and it makes it loud enough.
Yes, it does.
So poking the crowd with weird stuff, that's always fun. You talk lame stuff to them and they respond. So that's brilliant. So pretty much that's how we get there. We talk lame stuff, we talk stuff which they can relate to, people they want to beat up or thrash, and so that they relate, and it's fun to do that.
Cool, bro. We're almost at the end of this. Let's go ahead and jam a little bit and say goodbye to all.
Yes.
Cool. Man, I'm loving this. Killer stuff, bro. Just feels like jamming all the way. Cool. Killer licks, man. Killer licks. It's nice to have you, bro.
Hey,
Wow,
same here,
brother.
man. It's been fun. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Loved it. Loved every bit of it.
Cool. Cool. I'm giving you a little time to go and check out the comment section. They have pretty fun stuff right there. Just go ahead and check it out.
Yes, keep ranking. Cooker boys. Aha, damn serious.
Infections, hospital waste.
Oh, play random act.
Killer, bro. It was such a pleasure to have you here, and it just made my evening, man.
Hey,
Killer stuff, bro.
It was brilliant to catch up. It was nice to be on the show, be a part of this. I've loved this effort from you, and I wish more people would know about it and more people check it out. And I mean, you made a brilliant setup wherein if you miss the live session, you do have the playback, and you can check it out the other time on Instagram or whatever. So
Yes.
I'm very happy I could be a part of this.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for the kind word, bro. This was like I thought of doing this. If I hadn't done this, then Later, I would grow old and say, "Man, I could have done it." So
Yeah.
here I am doing it. So
We've been presented with the time, which never happens mostly. So I mean, never happens. Not mostly, it never happens. So we have so much of time. It's great that you're doing this, and we should definitely do the other bit which we spoke about over the phone. So we
yes, we
just
did. Yes, yes.
yeah.
We'll yeah, we'll
So
do
that will
that
be
as
a
well. Cool.
cool addition to the whole setup, and there could be
Yes.
volumes of it. It'll be great.
Yes. That'll be great. Of course. Cool, bro. Thanks for joining in, all the viewers out there, for the lovely comments, and awesome, man. This was like just kicked off, and time just flew off. We didn't realize. Um, cool, bro.
He's asking Chivago or Oyo.
Who's asking? Mr. Hendrickson, is it?
It stopped being music related right now.
Chicago or all your rooms? Damn. Cool.
So James wants Foo Fighters for his mommy. Okay.
I mean,
I'll send him the video later. I'll send him
yeah, cool.
dedicated.
Awesome. Awesome.
Lovely,
Awesome.
man. Thanks a lot for having me over. Thank you guys for joining in and checking us out, checking us, do this. It was great fun.
Yeah.
Hope you keep it going on for some more time with a lot more artists who are in the country's scene, and hope you grow, man. This has been terrific.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thanks for your kind words and the good time we had tonight. This was awesome. It's always nice to talk to you, hang out, and share licks with you as well. We never got a chance like this back in 2013. This was like 7 years ago. We kind of played together like this.
Yeah.
But in the garage jam basement. But yeah, here we are. We just had a nice time, bro. Cool. I'll see you very soon when. Yeah, I'll see you soon when this whole thing gets a little flexible. And stay safe. Stay safe to all out there who are watching this. And if you guys missed and joined in the midway, just go to the IGTV. This will be there. Chalo, bro. Good night to you and good night to all.
Thank you very much. Good night. Bye, guys.
Good night. Bye.